Okay, welcome to episode 5 of how to use Substance Painter. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your config for your Substance Painter image. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a config. I'm just going to use one of these today. I will show you how to set this up, and I will provide this eventually in the description of the video and somehow for you to download this and use this as a template. So what you're going to do is, it looks a little confusing, but it's really not. It's a bunch of copy and paste. Alright. The most important thing is to get your class name for the item that you are trying to retexture. Today we're going to use the Slick Vest. I'm going to go to P, and the previous episode I showed you how to get your P3D for retexturing. So you're going to do the same process. You're just going to go to, alright, actually I'll just show you again so you don't have to not remember. You're going to go to, let's see, I'm going to grab Paragon Gear, just like shown before in the previous video. And once you have all this extracted, it's taking so long. My PC is not in the best health. Come on now. Alright, we're not. Okay, there we go. Once everything is extracted into a folder, we're going to open this up. Again, we're going for the Slick Vest today, so I am looking for Slick. We have the Slick Vest. This is where you would have grabbed your P3D. Remember never to use your ground model. Alright, but today we're not going with P3D, we're going with config. You're going to open up your config. I would recommend not using Notepad that is on your computer. I would download Visual Studio Code. This one's a bit more advanced, but PyCharm's a great one. If you don't like all that, there's plenty of other ones like Notepad++ and Sublime and all that good stuff. But once you have this open, we're going to go with the class name. You always want to look for color base. On certain occasions, color base will not be named. It just depends on the modder. But today we're going with color base. We're going to grab this. We're going to go over to our original config. T-shirt color base, we're going to replace this. T-shirt color base, we're going to replace this. Bam. This is now going to use this item in-game when spawned. Alright, so next thing on the list, we can go ahead and X out of this. We don't need that no more. This is set up to spawn attachments, as in magazine 2. We're not going to have that on the vest. It's already got its own attachments. We're just going to remove this. item cargo size. We don't want it to have a, no, what is it, 1,000 slots? Or, sorry, no, that's 100 slots. Okay, yeah, we don't want it to have 100 slots. We're going to get rid of that. Okay. Now, son of a bitch. Alright, sorry, long day. Alright, we do need this config. I missed one very important thing. You always need to make sure you have your required add-ons. See how this says required add-ons, DZ data, DZ character vest, DZ scripts, DZ characters? This only has DZ characters, so this would not have worked. What we're going to do here, we're just going to grab this, copy. I like to have my format a bit different, so I'm just going to do this real quick. Again, you don't have to do this, but me personally, I've just had better luck with the packing doing this. And once that's done, you're good to go. Just remember to make sure there's never a comma here, because that would break it. It is the ending. Just like here, you never want a comma here. It'll break it. Alright, so now we will continue. What you're going to do is, if you notice, I have named all of my minions. Pretty much all of this will be the same name. You don't have to do this. You can do whatever, like pretty much this is what it's going to be used as in spawning the item in, like what you have to type into your admin tools. You can name this something different, just like you can name this something different as well. Just make sure you name this the same as this. After that, these are your folder names. What you're going to do to set this up, the reason you need your P drive, you're going to go into your P drive, you're going to right click, new, folder, and you're just going to name this folder whatever you're going to name your item, just to help, you know, keep up with your shit, pretty much. Okay, and if you notice, I did not put spaces. You never want to have spaces in this. Okay, once that's done, we're going to open this up. We're going to make a new folder. We're going to name this data. Okay, and once that's done, we can just move this over. We don't need that right this second. We're going to change this to the same thing we named our folder. And the reason I love Substance Painter, sorry, not Substance Painter, but Visual Studio Code, is that which most code editors have this. Control copy, Control find. I'm just going to highlight this, and what this does is it replaces every one of these with the example slick vest like we want. Bam. Okay, just make sure you go in here to change your display name. This is what is shown when you're looking at the item, going to pick the item up, and it's shown in your inventory. Okay, and even if you want a description, what you can do, you can come over here and scroll down until we get down here. Description short. We're just going to copy this. We're going to go down here, right up under display name. It would help help if I expelled example, right? Okay, and now that that's done, we're just going to save as. We're going to go to your folder. Mine's called example. Remember, you want it to be the same name as this. Save it into this folder. Cool, now that's done. I just realized that I put two underscores, but it's okay. Won't hurt it, as long as there's no spaces. We're going to bring our folder back over here. We're just going to have to fix that since I had two underscores. Okay, now that that's fixed, we're good to go. Data, and within here is where your PNG file from your Substance Painter is going to go. So we're just going to open up File Explorer. I don't have a image for the Slick Fest on hand because I have not made one yet. The Substance Painter is being a little twat. So we're just going to use anything right now. It doesn't really matter, just since this is an example. Just gonna grab that, act like that was your image, and we're just gonna paste it here. And now we just need to make sure that name matches the example Slick Fest, because that is what is called here in the code, because this is the name of your image file, name of your folder, name of the image within the data. This is pretty much just following where files go. That's the example SlickFest folder. Within your SlickFest folder is your data folder. Within your data folder is your image. So just because I'm lazy, I'm gonna go back here, grab this name, copy. I'm just gonna open this back up, go over here, change that name to that. Okay, now we're just gonna go back. All this is ready. This is where Makiro Tools, the all-in-one installer, comes in hand. So what we're going to do is type in PBO. And once PBO comes up, PBO project. Now, doing this, I will put in the description because you will need a few things to do within here. You go to setup, and you're going to want this. You're going to want to copy, pretty much have exactly all of my settings the exact same way as copy my settings. Sorry, long day again. Alright, once you have done that, I will have these in the description as well. You're going to have your output folder. This will be where your PBO goes. The PBO as in pretty much the ready to go file to put into a folder and see if it works on a server. Alright, so once I have mine as a desktop add-ons folder to where I can just click on that on my desktop at all times. Alright, and then after you do all that, you're going to go to where your folder is that you made. Again, mine was example. If I can just remember the alphabet. You're going to select the folder. You're not going to double click it. You're going to actually just select the whole folder. Select folder. And then you hit crunch. Let your file scan. What takes so long is it's converting that image file into a PAA. And once you hear Daisy's holy grenade go off, you are good to go. That means everything worked. I will drag my folder over to show you. Add-ons. Date modified. Example SlickFest. Bam, that is ready to go. Next video will show you how to look at this into Daisy Editor to look at your work. Hopefully this helps.